Youth and Man, yeah, well, fuck's this thing called? Youth and
That was
Young
a good
Manhood
start.
is the debut album from American rock band Kings of Leon, released on July 7th, 2003. And the album was recorded at Shangri-La Studios in Malibu, Sound City Studios in Van Nuys, and Ocean Way Studios in Nashville. Critical reception for the album was generally favorable. NME hailing the album among the best debuts of the past 10 years. AllMusic claimed
Mm.
the album was not sonically adventurous. At the end of the year, Rolling Stone critics named the album the 10th best of 2003, and NME named it the 7th best.
Mm. Mm.
So you picked this
Do
album?
do you remember your youth and your young manhood?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Was it
Uh,
mainly just like scrounging around your uncle's basement looking for like Playboys and porno and shit?
no,
No, you were
was
getting pussy by the bucket load.
I don't think I spent a lot of time thinking about that sort of thing. What
Oh,
age are we talking? Young
I don't
manhood.
know. Your youth, let's say 15. That's young manhood, isn't it?
Okay.
16, 17. Jeez,
What?
I've put him
What?
on the spot. Dan doesn't like talking about sexy things.
Not really.
He's gotten really lost all of a sudden. Um, all right. You
Pervert.
probably, I'm going to assume, had never heard this album before.
Not aware of the band, but this is their
What?
first album. I heard them when they did that Sex on Fire was a huge song.
Yeah, that was everywhere for sure.
Yeah. And that was the third album, something.
One, two, three. Yep, third album. Yeah,
Yeah.
when they went all commercial and stuff.
Right.
But they were part of that big, early 2000s. There was a lot of that retro rock stuff going along. White Stripes sort of started it. And then you got like Black Keys, and from New Zealand, we had the D4 and the Datsuns and all those kind of things. That retro credence, simple stuff, young bands, guitars and drums playing. And Kings of Leon, one of those.
Lots of
I guess.
single coil guitars.
Solid, simple production. Sounds like a bunch of guys in a room. And I'd like to hand it over to you, having never heard this album before. When you hit play, how'd you feel?
I was on a plane. I was listening on my headphones,
Ooh.
and
Fucking
I was on a flight, and I thought this is shit. Listen, I sort of had nothing else to do on the plane. I listened to it the whole.
Uh-huh.
It was about an hour flight,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, the album finished and landed. And I thought, wow, that was shit. Yeah.
Oh. It's going to be a fucking short episode, this one, isn't it?
I suppose you agree with me.
No, I don't agree with you. I fucking love this album. I think it's awesome.
Oh God, I thought it would be up your alley. Yeah, not up mine. No.
No. Well,
But
does it not have enough angst for you? It's just too like...
the singing annoyed me, like the way he pronounces words.
Yeah.
The guitar's pathetic. The drums, the bass is basically almost gone out of the mix.
Uh-huh.
And it's very samey. Its appeal just didn't appeal to me. Yeah, it was just not my bag.
Oh, see, I like a good
Basically,
retro
everything
band.
annoyed me.
Ah, so you had the worst flight with the worst music in your headphones.
Well, it was
Would
fine.
you
The music was bad.
would you prefer to listen to this album again, or Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas" on repeat?
Probably all I want for Christmas. That'd be
Ouch!
good
You fucking
production,
hated
great
this
singing.
album.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I don't mind Mariah Carey. She's a good singer.
Man. See, for me, these guys, I got in on their second album, and that I can't remember what the songs are, like The Bucket and other ones. And it's the same as this one, just that
Oh,
retro rock, simple guitars, power chords, the guy going rah, 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 with his voice. And I
yeah.
went backwards to this one, and like Molly Chambers and Red Morning Light and stuff. I think it's a good time. Switch your brain off, rock out with your cock out. You know, it's good times.
I don't find it very rocking. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. I guess it's not metal enough for you. It's too much rock and roll and not enough metal.
I don't know. I just didn't think it really had swing. Like everything annoyed me. I didn't like anything. I didn't like the drums. Didn't like the bass was
Hmm.
basically switched off. The guitars are a bit gay, and the singing I didn't like at all. I have to
Oh
say,
wow.
when that Sex on Fire came out, I was playing around with a bunch of dudes and bands, and I remember people wanted. I was supposed to play bass on a cover of Sex on Fire, and
Hmm.
I just said, this song fucking sucks. I remember was it that song? There's one of their songs that's only got one chord progression through it. But there's the bass is the same thing all the way through, except in part of the song you add another note.
Uh-huh.
And I refused to think about it when I was playing, and I didn't add the other note. And these other guys were like, "You didn't add the note," and I was just like, "This song fucking sucks."
Yeah, it's probably
You're
on call.
lucky
So
you got
that
me to stand there for 3 minutes and play that shit, and their faces all dropped. Like, you don't like that song? No,
yeah. The
shit.
modern Kings of Leon, I cannot stand, but their first two albums I fucking dig, man. Like it's just I don't know why. It's just simple, American. Do you how do you rate Credence Clearwater Revival? You know those some folks are born way to wear the flag. Those
That's pretty
guys.
rocking. He's got a good,
Yeah, right.
yeah, it's good screamy voice. I like.
Yeah, I
What's
think
that
this
song
is
called? Uh,
uh, that song I just said was Fortunate Son.
yeah,
But they
that's a
do
good
like
song. Yeah,
down on the corner,
I like
out
that. That's a
in
good
the
song.
street.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. See, I think they're just kind of a modern Credence, really. Uh, uh, they were, I should say. Now they've gone like super mainstream pop, straight haired, weird production, lots of reverb. I fucking hate them now. Back in the day, so they were great.
Don't like any of it. Everything I've heard from them, just I put them there with Foo Fighters. Just
Oh man,
everything
that's
shit.
you wash your mouth out with soap. That's brutal.
Nah, I'm spitting the truth. I got to keep it real.
Oh man, like
Just middle of the road. Blah. I mean, this is a bit less middle of the road, but it's
uh
just I don't know. I
oh
just didn't think they had a vibe. There was nothing. I kind of like artsy bands where there's a bit of art to it. And
right.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean look, these guys are simple power chords, verse chorus out with some unintelligible singing. And I enjoy the fuck out of it. Like this album for me, I can put it on at the start, go on a road trip, and just leave it on because I get shit at the end. I'll give you that. Like, I mean, you hate the whole fucking thing. I like it all the way up to like Genius. So Molly Chambers, classic single, super easy. Did you notice Molly Chambers is the same chords and chord progression as that lost Nirvana song? The last one they recorded, what was that called? Where he's screaming about pain. You know, you're right. It's the
mm,
same chords, same song, same everything. Like same amount of chords for the verses, and then the exact same chords in the chorus, and then it's all the same. It's different
mm.
singing. Mm. Useless
Don't
trivia.
worry, be happy, and
Oh yeah,
Born on Blondes. What's going on? Exact same song.
really? No shit.
Look it up on
I
YouTube.
didn't know that.
They do a
Oh my
mashup, put the
goodness.
two together.
Here's a little song I wrote. I won't sing it note for note. What's going
And
on?
yeah, it fits together perfect.
Oh,
I
all right.
remember we went to the movies once. We saw Labyrinth. Remember that down the historic village? And there was a
Oh,
girl
sure.
playing the acoustic guitar, and I was listening to it, going, "That's what's going on." But she's singing "Don't Worry, Be Happy," and I was like,
All
"What?"
right.
And I looked it up on YouTube, and I was like, "Other people have worked this out too. It's the exact same song."
The also, have you heard they did a lot of mashups, but the Smells Like Teen Spirit, Nirvana, obviously classic, and then Island in the Sun by Weezer are also the same song but in a different key.
Mm.
Mm.
A lot of those
Yeah, see.
mashups are quite good. Yeah, quite enjoy them.
I think the best one I heard was Britney Spears' Toxic, but what the fuck did they mix it with? Some metal song and it worked really well. Might have been Enter Sandman. I don't remember.
Yeah, I thought they
Uh,
put
but then
Duran
you get,
Duran and Slayer together. It was quite good. Yeah,
oh, right. I guess that's the joy of all the stems coming out these days. People can
yeah.
make their own songs out of it. There's how many lawsuits have there been over the years for people copying songs though? Like the first one I remember is George Harrison getting fucked over for My Sweet Lord. It was some like 60s girl band.
Uh,
Duran, Duran, Duran.
there was that
And that
Lana Del Rey got sued by Radiohead because
Radiohead,
she did
creep,
basically
eh?
a creep. But then
Mm.
Radiohead got sued by Air Supply or Foreigner or something like
Yeah,
that
somebody else. Yeah.
before that because they ripped off their song. And you listen to that and you go, "Oh, it's not even the same song."
Yeah.
But they won their case, so in the court's eyes, Radiohead ripped this other band off. But then Radiohead sue someone else for ripping off the song that they got proved to be ripping off. It's fucking weird.
Yes. Oh well. It's who gets in first. Like the Chili Peppers did it with one of their songs and Tom Petty. Tom Petty's Last Dance with Mary Jane and then Danny California. They're the same song as well. Same chords.
Yeah, that's a rip off, isn't it?
And
Was that
but
that
Tom
guy on the internet? What's his name that does that? Why the song sucks?
Oh
He
yeah,
did
yeah.
he did the Donny California and he knocks it on the head.
Pat
Yeah,
Pat Pat Finity. Yeah, that guy's good. Check him out, listeners. He's pretty funny.
yeah.
Uh but
But
yeah, apparently Tom Petty just went, fuck it. Yeah, that's fine. They can do what they like,
yeah.
which is a good way to be.
Yeah, it depends whether the artists are in control of their music or whether whoever owns their publishing is doing the suing as well. It's not necessarily the artists themselves. But
Mm.
yeah, what was its face? Farrell and that other guy, Alan Thicke, got sued and they lost their case for
Oh yeah, the video with all the titties in it.
yeah,
Um,
and what was it? A Marvin Gaye song or something they ripped off.
yeah, sure. Everybody
But
get
yeah,
up.
I was following that case quite interested because I was listening to it going, they've written a new song. It's just using the same drum beat and they're getting
Sure.
like I don't think they got fucked over on that case, I think. But I was looking at the
Yeah.
court, the jury who are deciding aren't actually allowed to listen to the song. They're just shown sheet music and so told, look, they're using the
Yeah,
same
right.
notes. And you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, if
There's only
it's in
so
the
many
same
notes.
key, if it's in the same key, it's going to use all the same fucking notes. Like,
Yeah.
man, those guys got fucked over on that song. Yeah,
Yeah. And how many
bullshit.
fucking how many songs have the drum beat that goes boom, bat, boom, boom, bat, boom? Fucking every song has that.
How
Like
do
you
you
can't,
copyright a drum beat? Like, you
you
just
can't.
can't. They're all being used over and
Yeah,
over 1,000 fucking times. But then
that's
they're
it.
just, if you're saying the song's in the same key, you can get sued. Like, everyone's
Mm,
fucked.
yeah. Yeah, that's right. Never release any music. You'll be screwed. Um, oh, fuck, what was the other one I was just thinking of? Oh, didn't Zeppelin get, someone tried to take them for Stairway a couple of years
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Some
There were
obscure band.
similarities, but
Oh, bro, he was like playing in it. What do you call it? An arpeggio. He was playing like a few strings and chorded together, and then that was it. And they were like,
well,
"Oh, this is just like Stairway. Fuck off." Stairway is
it's
a masterpiece.
they're both A minor and they both got the same descending line.
Oh dear.
But that descending line has been done on a million songs as well.
That's it.
So what do
I
you?
mean, yeah. Take the chords of fucking Stand By Me, G, E minor. What is it? I can't even remember. D and C, maybe? Every song's
Probably.
got that in it. E, F, G, C. They're all the
Uh,
same.
Fours and fives resolve to ones, so you end up, yeah,
That's
those
it.
chords get used over and over again. You know.
Yeah. I like, if to take it back to the old days, all those blues guys, they all just played the same goddamn song, sung about a
Yeah.
different woman, and they all went, yeah, it's fucking great. Let's play some shows
Yeah.
together. That was
Yeah.
it.
You
You play the blues.
Prince,
That's it.
those chicks in this band wrote Purple Rain, and he
All right.
recorded it, and he went, "Oh fuck, that's that other song." So he rang up the dude that actually wrote this other song and said, "Hey, look, we've recorded this. Is it ripping your song off or not? It's a bit close." And the guy listened to
Mm.
it and said, "Ah, different enough. Fuck it, put it out. Don't care." Became this mega hit. Never got royalties from it, but it's like, how many songs are bands jamming on a tune and change it a bit and go, something else now?
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
that's
a new
kind of what it
song. Well,
is.
I mean, but that's music, isn't it? Like you go,
Mm.
like all the Beatles, all that great fucking music that we grew up and loved was them just imitating their heroes. You know, like, oh, I want to be Buddy Holly. Fuck, I'll write. I want to hold your hand. And then it was like, oh, I want to
Mm.
be Bob Dylan. So they wrote like fucking Rubber Soul. You know, like,
Mm.
and then the Beach Boys were doing Pet Sounds, and then they made Sergeant Pepper, and it's all just
Yeah.
they were just trying to like take a little piece of the pie and make it better. And then somewhere along the way, I don't know where it was, maybe late 80s, mid 90s, music just stopped going to the next thing, you
Uh,
know? And to go back on topic, this album, Youth and Young
well,
Manhood, is
well, I
very
just want to.
derivative.
I just thought, what about Nirvana and Smells Like Teen Spirit and the gang
Yeah.
gang, and then you got
Boston's
God,
More Than a Feeling.
More Than a Feeling, same riff. And when Kurt Cobain brought that in, they all said to him, "Isn't that just more than a feeling?" And he went,
Yeah.
different enough.
Different enough. And they
Big
played it
hit.
for an hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
But
what did
it's,
they do? "Come as You Are" is the it's a total direct rip off of what's that other band that no one had ever heard of before? Nirvana ripped them off, but they
the
never got
Pixies.
sued.
Man.
Not the Pixies. It's escaping me. But anyway, "Come as You Are", total rip off.
I'm
Blatant,
sure.
and they admit it. Never got sued.
Yeah. But I guess a lot is to be said for a production, because as production gets better, those same songs sound different. But then attitude, attitude, lyrics, that creates a new thing that you can't sue. Like Kurt's screaming, you could take that all the way back to John Lennon singing Twist and Shout in 1962. He's fucking shirt off in the studio, screaming until his throat's gone. And then that's this Kurt, They're just it's taking inspiration from your heroes and putting your own spin on it, and maybe it becomes something fucking amazing.
Good artists borrow and great artists steal. Paul
Steel, that is
McCartney.
correct.
Well,
Was it? I thought it was Bob Dylan that said that, but hey, one of those cunts. Well, what was that other band from the 90s had one hit and then disappeared? Not Oasis. The
they had a
Verve.
lot of hits.
No, the Verve, not Oasis. The Verve. They had that.
God. And it was shit.
Just-
That's I fucking
Oh,
hated
it so
that
was.
song.
But yeah,
Oh my god, I hate that fucking song.
and they got sued by the Rolling Stones because they had a small orchestral part. Sued. Every penny that they earned had to go to fucking Big Lips Mick Jagger. Like, he needed the money.
Their other
That
song,
shit's just wrong.
"Drugs Don't Work", that was much better.
Oh no, it's a song to fucking hang yourself by. Jesus Christ, the Verve sucked.
That was a better
Don't
song, but the Verve
don't you
do
dare
suck.
pick their album for a future episode. I will quit this podcast, and
No,
you'll be on
I
your
hate
own.
them. I don't
Yeah.
know. I wouldn't pick that shit.
You might do it just to torture me in response to this album.
God, I can't pick "White Zombie". I can't pick. God,
But you did pick White Zombie. I listened to it, and we talked about it. We did all right. So it's okay. We can't
Rammstein, you
always,
got one song in.
yeah, we can't always love it. You're allowed to hate this, and I'm allowed to enjoy it. I liked the youthfulness of it, and like they're ripping off. Just to segue back, they're ripping off Credence. They're ripping off the Kinks. They're ripping off all these old like late '60s bands. But I think their producer did a fucking great job. What's his name? Ethan Johns does a lot of other bands that I like, but it's just
Mm.
real simple. It's just kids in a room with microphones, balance up the levels, and that's it. Maybe pan some guitars left and right. There's no big effects. There's definitely no fucking computers in this. It's just dudes in a room. And I think that's great. And they're, getting it done, in my opinion. It's not going to change the world, but like a song like Tranny, that's fun to listen to, man.
Tranny?
Joe's Head. There's a song called Tranny. You didn't even look at the titles, did you? You made it one song in, turned it off.
I listened to the whole thing and I tried to listen to it again tonight and got 3 songs in. I went, oh, fuck, it's worse than I remember.
In a red morning light. It's good, man. They're just like shaggy young men with big moustaches and heaps of hair on their head, traveling around the world, fucking groupies. That's
I
all
did
they
read
do.
about them. Their father was a preacher who traveled and they had,
Well, they probably were fucking groupies then. If they're religious boys. They're
yeah,
probably
well,
like,
sounds like they were stoners. They kind of,
they look like stoners, but that doesn't mean much. You've got to look the part, I guess. Maybe they just traveled the world spreading the good word of our Lord Jesus Christ. Maybe they are the new Church of the Latter-day Saints. They're not riding bikes around with white shirts and black ties. Now they're just getting our youth and young manhood through the joys of singing.
So is that a theme of this album? Is that a big deal? Youth and young manhood.
Is it a thing? I don't know. Like when I listen to it, there's lots of talks about titties and fucking is essentially what I get out of the lyrics. That trannies is about going down, little boys going down, and it's
What? Going down on what?
well, going down,
Trannies.
trannies. Yeah, you're gonna have to listen again. It's a great song.
Young boys
Great
going
song.
down on trannies.
Yeah, doing little bumps of cocaine and stuff. No, I think the young boys are the trannies. I don't know. Again, I didn't look too deep into it. I just went, this is a fun song. It's kind of like when you listen to Michael Jackson these days. You lose all the baggage. You just put Michael on, much like we talked about in a past episode. Listeners, go back if you've made it this far into the episode. If you made it more than 30 seconds in, you fucking cunts that keep bailing 30 seconds in. Yeah, we see the analytics. Keep fucking listening.
I'm seeing a theme with you. Like you got trannies.
What's that?
Young boys, trannies going down. You sing Michael Jackson.
Yeah, go on.
And you're doing Tool with Hooker with a Penis. And I'm just starting to sense a vibe, Brad.
A vibe? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a vibe around you.
Yeah. I just I can't explain it. I'm just, experiencing changes in my life, and I feel certain songs speak to those changes.
Awkward.
It's no awkward than things I've seen in the dungeon of your West Wing.
What's awkward about that? Lots of people have dungeons. Do, 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 do.
My microphone rightly cut me off there because we were going down just a terrible segue into oblivion. Much like this episode. It's a tough one.
Oh, well, nothing wrong with dungeons.
Nothing wrong with dungeons.
That's what we discovered. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So, like, would you be going back to listen to any further Kings of Leon releases?
No.
No, they are on your
No.
blacklist.
Yeah.
What if it was the same band, same music, but hot singer that liked a female singer that liked to, like, very attractive female singer that liked to dress in a scantily clad fashion?
No.
How would you feel about it then? No?
No. No. Hard no.
Like in the YouTube videos, sometimes boobs fell out?
No.
No? Wow. That's a solid no, listeners. Yeah, I'll listen to and watch anything if there's a chance a boob's going to fall out.
Yeah. Yeah. Hard
I
no
listen
on hard pass. Kings
hard
of Leon.
pass. I listened to a whole Atomic Kitten song because in one of their Christmas shows, the lead singer, her boob falls out. It's worth the excruciating pain.
Well, they got quite good songs. They had a hit. What was that hit?
Are you fucking kidding me? Atomic Kitten?
Oh,
I barely even remember the band's name. They did the cover of that fucking Looking Back on When We First Met, I cannot get played. Is that Atomic Kitten? Yeah. Baby, you're the one. Used to turn me on. That one. That's them. And then they did Eternal Flame as well. Holy fuck. Why do I know so many Atomic Kitten songs?
Is that because they're a fantastic?
Maybe. Future episode. Are they
Honestly,
better than the
3
Spice
chicks.
Girls?
I
Who's
was
to
thinking
say?
of the one that had 4 chicks.
All Saints. Never,
Yeah.
ever felt so sad when you're
Yeah.
gonna get out of this. Yeah, and
Man,
they did that terrible.
all the lyrics as well.
I do. Fucking hell, I'm a child of that era.
Yeah,
If you want to,
well,
yeah.
if you had
Maybe
a
we should do
girlfriend
it.
at that time, you knew those songs.
Oh, even if you didn't, if you just had music television, they were all over it. Good
I
looking
remember,
girls dancing
like,
around.
All Saints were a blessing because they had actually a couple of listenable songs versus
What?
you had to listen to fucking Aqua with a girl or something. Oh my god.
Yeah. They did a
That-
terrible cover of Chili Peppers though. They did Under the Bridge. Do you remember that one?
Oh, they can't all be classics. Well, the Venga Boys, they were more listenable too. And yeah.
Do you remember Steps? 5, 6, 7, 8. My boot scooting baby is driving me crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, you know all of them.
I fucking do. I hate that shit, but it's there in my mind somewhere. This is what being a child of the 90s has done to me.
Yeah. Yeah. If you had a girlfriend, you're like, oh, that song by the
I didn't.
Backstreet Boys isn't their worst one. Like that one's you can I'm just looking at
Backstreet.
Steps on the phone. Gosh. They're squeaky
Oh.
clean, aren't they?
Squeaky clean. Oh, there was S Club 7 too were in there.
Yeah.
And 5.
The British knew what they were doing. Good Lord.
They did.
This is how they conquer the world. That's what extends the empire. They just sent girl bands and boy bands.
Yeah.
Boot scooting baby. You turn up the village full of natives like wooga booga booga.
Oh, Buddha scooting baby.
Yeah, they're like instantly converted. Let's join the empire. These guys are
It's
fucking
true.
amazing.
The monarchy's got it going on. Yeah.
Yeah. Meghan Markle didn't quite do
Is
it.
that the fucking Venga Boys?
Yeah. Oh. I remember that video and they're like in the pub at the top of the snowy mountain and the girls have got big jugs carrying around large jugs of beer. Oh, that's a good video.
That sounds amazing. I never saw that one.
Oh, yeah.
Good times.
Better
All
than this
Saints.
fucking album.
Well, in your opinion, Count, I think this is a great album.
You know all the lyrics to those songs.
I do, man. I like this album. It gets many repeats. I sing along. I saw these guys in concert. Like, it was a good show.
Just looking at a picture of the Finger Boys. Oh, oh, the oh, looks like non-binary was a thing back then. I didn't even
Oh,
realize.
really? Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, black chick's quite hot. Oh, good lord.
Simmer down. Jesus, you'll get Eric all worked up.
Oh, feedback. Fuck's sake.
Mm, mm.
That's
All
right.
right, then.
Finger Boys jugs. Let's search for that.
Man,
We
hey,
like to
welcome
paint.
everybody
We're
to the
going to
podcast.
Ibiza.
I don't remember that one at all. Welcome to the podcast. We listen to your hosts Googling images of bands from the
Boom,
90s.
boom, boom. We're going to the burn.
You're a fucking great singer.
Yeah. Finger Boy. What was the name of that song? Where's my YouTube? I got. I got. Back off by Justine. Finger Boys. Let's just search for that. What comes up? You like the patty bit? Oh, sha la 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 la. That's the one.
No, I got nothing there,
Oh,
mate. That's
got
still
me.
you.
Oh shit. Whoop.
You remember Ace of Base? Like they were
Whoop.
the.
Am I back?
You're always here. They were the response
Ah.
to Roxette. Roxette were brilliant, and fuck you
Mm.
if you want to say a bad word against Roxette. But Ace of Base, they were like the later day version of Roxette, and I think far less successful. But they were of the same ilk, weren't they? Ace of
Ace of
Base.
Base. Fuck, that was terrible shit.
They did that. Woo, 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 woo,
Uh,
do, 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 woo,
no,
woo.
you've got the wrong band, haven't you?
No, that's Ace of Base.
All she wants is another baby.
Yeah,
She's
that's
gone tomorrow.
we're singing the same fucking song. We're just both so
Were we?
terrible that we don't know it's the same song.
Well, you recognise mine instantly.
They did. I saw no because I was singing the same song. They also did the sign. I saw the sign.
Oh, fuck, that was bad.
Yeah. But now they're going to get royalties because we sung it so perfectly that the Google bots are going to say that we owe them money because we played them a sample.
Oh, copyright strike. They should. Has-beens.
We should get them on the show. We should do, I guarantee you, Ace of Base are doing so poorly at the moment, we could email them and they'd come on our show. If I'm wrong, members of Ace of Base, message us and come on our show.
I've seen Faith No More doing interviews on podcasts with his like 8 listens.
Oh, sweet. We should do a Faith No More episode then. Talk to your
Probably
heroes.
get them.
I don't know if they'd want to talk as much titties and pussies as cunts as we do, but we'll see.
So anyway, should we rate this thing? Let's rate
I suppose you can go first.
it. 0.
0.
Yeah, hard pass.
I even gave like the Black Album. I give that a 2 or a 1. I think we've never gone 0 before. It's painful.
No artistic merit.
Oh wow!
Didn't like anything.
Wow. Okay, well we're obviously chalk and cheese here because I'm going to give it an 8. An 8 hairy, young, full head of hair men out of 10. I'm going to give it 8 trannies out of 10.
I'm no trannies. Hashtag no homo.
Hashtag no tranny. Hashtag anti-tran. Yeah, I think it's worth a listen. I mean, yeah, we don't always agree. Sometimes we love things. We have a crossover point. There's somewhere where you and I cross over, but then we separate quite severely as well. Like on many things, if you've listened to other episodes. It's good that we have crossover. That's what makes a good relationship, you know. Opposites, well, we don't attract because we're just mates. Hashtag no
What?
fags.
That doesn't sound. We just mate.
Mates. Mates. We are but
Multiple
friends.
times.
Yeah.
It did it
Yeah.
multiple times?
I've lost my point now, but I'm saying friends
Yep.
can be enemies sometimes.
You're coming out as non-binary. That's what I hear.
No, I didn't say that. Hashtag anti-trans.
I don't think you can say that anymore.
Well, it's your podcast, so we can say what we like.
Pointless and confused, support inclusivity and diversity and stuff like that.
Yeah. Just get drugs for that. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. You feel left out, get some drugs for that. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Get some drugs. Refer to our Prodigy episode. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a solution for everything.
Drugs.
In a pill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Good.
what a fantastic episode about a shit band.
I think we spent about 3 minutes out of this half an hour talking about the album we were supposed to listen to. That's fine. That's podcasting.
It's a bit more unusual for us.
Start your own and see if you can get more listeners than us.
Probably can't.
Probably can't. We've got a lot. We own a large percentage of the internet. We're doing very well in our space.
Definitely. Yep. Plenty of space.
Plenty of space. All around us. Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
Push the button.